Good day, welcome back to G&H Honey Bees. It's June 10th, Wednesday, June 10th, 2026, and we're finally out of the latest storm system that was coming down from the north. It has been cold and miserable and raining. I know we need the rain, but I prefer not to be as cold as it has been. But anyway, I just come out and this nuke had a serious want to supersede their queen. And I just noticed that there was a bunch of bees huddling around the entrance. And there's the old queen. So the new queen must have hatched. We got quite a bit of activity. Of course, they have been stuck indoors for the last 3 days, so I think they're all out on a cleansing flight. But yeah. Now, I don't know exactly why they wanted to supersede her. She's nice and plump. But I did notice the last time I checked in here that she just wasn't laying eggs. She would lay a few eggs and then she'd stop. And she's last year's queen. But I decided to just let them go ahead and do what they were going to do because, you know, they had it stuck in their little hearts that they were going to supersede her regardless of what I did. So now we just got to wait for the new queen to get mated and see how it goes from there. This box is waiting for a new queen. These guys are just starting to fly here. It's only about 12-13 degrees Celsius right at the moment. I know the sun's sort of out, but it's not very warm. And I'm hoping that the queen in here, if she's not mated yet, gets out and mates in the next few days, because we're supposed to be in a heat wave in the next few days, and then we have another Arctic front coming at us. So this is my big colony, and they are working, but they also haven't been out. So let's hope the next few days bring something good, because the wild blackberries are in full bloom and the bees have been missing out on it. And there's a little girl there. She's collecting pollen from the California lilacs. I see that there's a few of them in there flying around getting pollen. That and the bumblebees. But the California lilac's just about done. So they've missed out on this as well. So anyway, I'm going to put this queen into my swarm lure solution and go from there and see how things go. And I think I'm going to go over to my other location and check on what's going on over there as well. So I'll be back in a bit. There, so here we are over at my other location. And you see, I think the last time I videoed here, I had on this end of the stand a queen rearing nuke. And then I had hive, I guess it was hive 5, it's now hive 6, I guess it doesn't matter, but, and then I had another hive 6, which was actually sitting here, and things got kind of out of hand here, and that was, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I come out here and I noticed that there was more than usual activity around the colonies, and I was seeing bees trying to get into the ventilation holes at the top, and I thought, are they being robbed? So I opened the queen rearing nuke, and sure enough, the queens that were in the cells in the bar where the cells were, they were dead, and there was hardly any bees left in there with a little queen. And so I took them away. Yeah, they were being robbed really bad. There was not a drop of food left in the boxes. And then High Five, which this was, I put them in a nuke because there was hardly any bees left in there, but the queen was still there. So, and then I took them over to my other spot to get them away from the robbers. And I waited well over a week, and I combined, well, the queen disappeared out of the queen rearing nuke, and she never came back. So instead of trying to raise another bunch of queens there, I combined them with the nuke that I had this bunch of bees in, and that gave them enough to go into a 10 frame. So I brought them back here, let the newspaper combine take place, and then I put them in a 10 frame. And so they're starting to come back from the robbing. And this is a split I did from one of my colonies over at my other place. The ones that were, I don't know if you watched last week's video or not, but I mentioned that there was one box, the queen had disappeared, and whether I accidentally hurt her and killed her or something when I was doing an inspection, I don't know, but there was both swarm cells and supersedure cells. So I took the 2 frames that had the swarm cells on them, I put them in this box and brought them over here, and left the supersedure cells in the other box. I think that was the one I was mentioning they were waiting for a queen earlier in the video. So I'm not doing any inspections today. This is the first day they've had to get out, and I'd like them to do some catching up because they probably ran low on food stores again because they've been stuck indoors thanks to the horrible weather that we've been experiencing. So I'm just going to leave them be for today. And now the swarm cells in here may be hatched in the next few days, so hopefully that'll work out okay for them. I don't see any signs of robbing anymore, but what I found out was over this direction, a couple of houses over in the street over, there's a fella that has 2 big hives sitting over there, and from what I understand, he doesn't have much of a clue about how to beekeep, and I don't think he was feeding them, and I was feeding mine, and they found out that they could get free food here, and so they almost decimated my colonies. Now the other big colony that was sitting here, it was completely robbed out, and the bees were all dead. I mean, it was empty. So that's the way life goes, I guess, sometimes. Anywho, that's all I got for today. It's nice to see the girls out. Nice to see some sunshine for a change. They're getting out, doing some cleansing flights, and they'll get on with collecting from the blackberries. I don't know if you can see from up way just over the fence there. There's a ton of blackberries there. Lots of blossom there. I've been having troubles with the raspberries. You see they've been here and here and all up in there and all over the place. We've got robins deciding they're going to snack on all the raspberries this year. And I've been trying to shoo them away, but they just do not want to go away. Anywho, hope you're all having a good day, and we'll catch you again in another video. I'll probably be doing some inspections either Saturday or Sunday. Today's Wednesday, so Saturday or Sunday I might do some inspections and just see what they're up to. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you're all having a good day and your bees are doing well, and we'll talk to you again in another video. Bye for now.